your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk show.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot1025fm.com.
Yes, now.
Your girl is way too hot for TV, so you know we had to take it to the radio.
Aniealation. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Like that, keep it a style.
Tune in on Aniealation. Tune in every Thursday at 2 p.m. on the hottest station in the city. Hot 702.5. What's up? What's good? What's happening? This is your girl Anaya on fire. We're listening to Aniealation. This is episode 18, and we are live here on Hot 702.5. We got a treat for you guys in the studio today. Today's episode is actually called Prime Time. I have a Vegas native boxer. Actually went to high school with him. Shout out to Legacy. He is actually about to go pro. His amateur record is 17-0. He's been boxing for the last 3 years. You guys are going to check him out here for his next fight this month on the 23rd. Make sure you guys go ahead and give it up for your boy Dion Primetime Jones. And then to the left of him, we have a legend in the building, former pro boxer and holder of the super featherweight title in '94. He has his own podcast called Jeff Mayweather Show, and he's currently a boxer trainer and MMA trainer. You're going to see him around Vegas all the time. Give it up for none one and only Jeff Mayweather. Thank you both for coming to the show today. How are you guys?
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course. So it looks like you guys have a lot of big things to promote. I mentioned that you guys will have your first pro fight on the 23rd as well at the end of the month on the 28th. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I stay ready.
You stay ready? You born ready?
You said what?
You born ready?
Yeah, I was born ready.
So let's go and talk about a little bit more of your boxing background. I know initially you were wrestling in high school. You were also on varsity for 4 years and the captain of the wrestling team. Did that kind of like catapult you into the physical sport of fighting in general?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The one-on-one mentality you get from wrestling, you can translate it to all through MMA and boxing.
And you kind of held it down in high school. I know that weren't you ranked at one time?
Yeah, I took state senior year, and then junior year I was really good too.
So what made you want to make the transition from wrestling, because you could have gone like the MMA route, what made you transition to boxing?
So I did boxing to go into MMA, but then I just fell in love with the sport of boxing. It's more of a sport. MMA is just a fight. Boxing is more technical. It's more of a dance. It's more of a rhythm. So I enjoy boxing a lot more.
So tell me how does one fall in love with getting like punched in the face? Like that's a little bit hard for me to understand, to fall in love and have a passion for that. So help our viewers understand how you kind of fell in love with the sport of boxing.
Well, that's only if you get punched in the face, which that doesn't
go for you.
Honestly, getting punched in the face is not as worse as getting punched to the body. But you get punched to the body, that's when you're like, damn, this boxing stuff is tough. But the face shots don't hurt as much as they look.
I mean, well, you sparring with one of the best right next to you. Jeff, how do you feel the future of boxing is looking like for this next young generation we have coming up?
Well, there's a lot of great young fighters actually taking over the sport right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have and not only that, you also have social media, so fighters now are making a lot more money, and then they're creating fame for themselves with without even really being as good as they have to be.
Okay.
So,
do you feel like that kind of makes it more sour? Do you feel like in your generation you have to like work harder to get the notoriety, the fame, the push, versus now all they have to do is get a few clicks and their notoriety and status is already set?
well, I mean, I'm not a person that against anything that works for someone else.
Right.
And basically, I think that a lot of the young fighters that that have that huge following.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I commend them. I commend them for doing it. And I mean, the thing is that, I mean, it's hard enough in this world trying to make it. So, I mean, if you can find a way to, help you make it and help you get there, why not?
Well, it's important to capitalize and use this thing called social media. It can either make you or break you right now.
Right.
But how do you feel? Do you see for Dion, as far as sparring goes, do you feel like he has what it takes to reach that next level? Because he is about to be pro very soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I didn't think he was, good enough to turn pro, I would actually let him know that. And no, I mean, it's funny because Dion's dad brought him to me.
Oh.
And basically, because I trained him a long time ago. So
father?
Yeah, that tells you how long I've been training.
Yeah, the family, the Jones.
I got hit in the face one time, and that was enough.
That was it?
That was enough for him.
Well, hearing that your father did spar and train with Jeff, do you feel like you have big shoes to fill?
Not really. Like my pops wasn't really that good at boxing. So.
Oh, okay. Don't do pops on the air. He is listening.
I'm just saying, like he definitely taught me everything I know to get where I am at. But as far as like the athletic department, I'm the athlete of the family for sure. Yeah.
Well, you started contact sports at age 5 with football, and then you kind of already got used to being hit in the face. That's why it didn't really bother you like that.
Yeah.
And then now you're pro.
Yeah.
So do you feel like during your amateur season, your amateur career with the 17-0, how do you feel like you got there with no losses?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I just work hard every day. Every day I wake up, I'm thinking about boxing. That's the first thing that's on my mind. I'm training twice a day. Wrestling and boxing, to me, they're the same thing. They're just different technicals to the sport. But having the mindset to be a champion in wrestling is the same as a champion in boxing. It's hard work.
What do you feel like you're fighting for, or who are you fighting for?
Fighting for fans, the family, the friends that I have. I feel like I get a lot of motivation from them. They're always telling me you can do it, you could be a champion. I like to motivate people and make sure people chase their dreams.
Well, you're chasing yours, and you're about to be. Well, you're officially pro. Your first fight is coming up on the 23rd. Now, your hands are technically going to be registered, so that comes with a lot of responsibility. Like, you can't just be going into bars calling people the N-word like Jackie Chan and starting fights. So, do you feel like you have acquired the mental strength and the self-control to, not get physical and use your hands for a greater purpose?
Yeah, I think that's why I box, actually, because I'm usually cool-tempered. I'm usually a nice person. So maybe that's probably why I like to box, let the stress out and save it for the ring.
You don't condone the violence?
Nah, never. I'd actually never been into an actual real fight like that.
Like not a setup?
Like a street fight, yeah.
No street fighting.
I've
no
been
fight
close
club.
been really close to getting into those, but never release the beast on anybody in the streets.
Don't release the beast in the streets.
Yeah.
And Jeff, how do you feel as far as his style goes in the ring? Do you feel like it's comparable to anybody who's fought before him?
Well, Dion's a little different. When I first started training him, he even in the beginning he had a weird style that worked for him.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird. I mean, he was like. It was almost like he was Spider-Man jumping all around.
Okay.
But when I put him in with good fighters. After I trained him for a little while, then I started putting him in with good fighters, and fighters a lot bigger than him.
Right.
I mean, he was able to handle them, and they would get upset because of the way that he was fighting. The way that he was fighting, it made them look bad, even though I just think that became his style. That became his style, but they felt like he was, making a mockery of them.
Why do you feel that? Can you elaborate more on that? Are you saying that you gave him the skills to allow him to show other fighters up?
No, I'm not saying that. This is a style that Dion had already came up with. It was his own style, and basically, as a coach, either when you first get a fighter, either you change that fighter,
right,
and you teach him, everything that you know, and you pass it on to him. But basically, once he started sparring, and he was able to do so well, I saw that weird style was working for him, and so I said, no, we're going to keep that. I'm just going to add to.
I'm going to add to it.
Yeah, I'm going to add to what he already has, and try to make him, a much better fighter. And I mean, I think that his style is been working.
Working
great.
for him.
It's been
17-0.
Yeah, it's been working great. So there's no need for me to change it until I see something different.
Yeah, more just like cultivated and focus on, the gift that he has now.
Right.
And Dion, how does it feel to be sparring and have your skills cultivated by Jeff Mayweather?
It feels really good. Like he was saying, I came in with my own style already, and he allowed me to become my own fighter. A lot of trainers I see, they're very strict. They got to do this like a robot, and you do this, do it my way.
Right.
And I think if I would have went with a different trainer, it would have took away from all of my, I call like superpowers. It would have took away from all of the stuff that makes me good.
That makes you you.
Yeah, unique.
What do you think makes you unique as a fighter?
My movement is definitely like awkward. My rhythm is extremely awkward. Like I don't fight on the same pace. I could switch it up, do different things, like fight on the inside, fight on the outside, but like throw weird shots and weird combinations. It's just like a really awkward style.
So do you think that your style is nothing that you have seen before?
I've kind of seen it. The fighters that I study are all kind of awkward, but I just took a little bit from each of the fighters. Once I figured out I was an awkward fighter, I would try to find other awkward fighters, but each awkward fighter is different though, so that's the hard part, trying to use that style.
So you prime time.
Yeah.
Where did you get that name?
I got that name from Deion Sanders.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you kind of setting the tone for, people who don't know you. That's what they should be expecting, a level of on some Deion Sanders stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So I see that I did a little research. You have the Las Vegas sign tatted on your back. Is that symbolic of saying like you about to put the city on your back?
Yeah, that tattoo's not even finished yet. I'm gonna have a whole Vegas theme. Born and raised out here. It's to me, it's the best city in the world.
What makes you say that? You're from here.
Well, yeah, I'm from here, but I've traveled around, all over the world, and I love this city. It's my home,
People are asking what's his name on my live. This is Deion Jones, aka Primetime. Like I said, he will be fighting on the 23rd and the 28th this month. You don't want to miss it. Where will they be able to see your fight?
I'm gonna have my website up this week, and I will be having a link for everybody to watch it.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yep.
And then I wanted to ask, this was a little personal for me. Do you get nervous before a fight? Because I know here, I could prepare for my show. I can say I want to say this, I want to say that, and then once I get to this seat, everything that I practice goes away because of the nerves. So how are you able to make sure that nothing goes out the window from your training that you've already done when you get to the ring?
I would say the nerves, they're there, so you just have to accept them that they're there and not try to ignore it. I'm locked in though the day of my fight. Like if you know me, I don't like to talk to you. I'm like kind of in the zone. I hate when people like send me messages the day of my fight. It's like I'm locked in.
You block everybody out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that works for you, like zoning everybody out? You know, do you have your music? Do you have at least one person, like your trainer in your corner, that will kind of like keep you grounded a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I like about Jeff. He keeps me calm. He's not like trying to talk to me a bunch and try to tell me what I got to do and what we doing. Like, he's just, there's nothing else to be done, so he just keeps calm. And I have my music playlist. It's all kind of different music. I have classical music on there, like R&B.
Oh, okay.
I get, then I have the hype songs as well. I just mix it up and whatever I'm feeling that day.
So when you make it to the ring, when we on pay-per-view and HBO, who do you want to be walking you out? What artist would you like to be walking you out?
I want Alicia Keys.
This girl is on fire? What?
Something like that.
What you want Alicia Keys to sing?
Maybe you need to change the song.
Yeah,
let's on fire or something.
Let me get one more. Let me get one more. That's not gonna work for me. Shout out to Alicia.
Let's say I would say like Lil Wayne for sure.
Okay, Weezy. Yeah. What song are we playing? Pick the World Up?
Actually J. Cole. No, Kendrick. J. Cole.
I need you to pick one. We need one person and one song.
Let's go Kendrick.
Oh my God, we gonna be all right.
Yeah, that one. Kendrick. Anything Kendrick does is cold.
So who will you be fighting on the fight on the 23rd?
I really don't know his name yet. It really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go out there and win.
So you're not really worried about like doing like research on your contender, your competitor. Like you really don't. It doesn't matter to you.
Not for the first one. I'm just gonna go out there and do my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you always do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take a break. I wanted to let you know we're on a radio show. This is not a podcast. Yep. We're going to actually play a song by Raylan Bolden. It's actually called Muhammad. He just dropped the visuals for this. We're going to be right back here on Aniealation. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, look, back to the basics. Yeah, shit that you saying wasn't working on. It's gonna be haters. Yeah, shit that they doing ain't working for them. I'm dreaming about stages. Yeah, I went to sleep with a microphone. I feel like the greatest. Yeah, I feel like the greatest, just like Muhammad. Times like this when I was slowing. Used to dream about the show. Locking down, I got my emotion. Hear my song, let's rock and roll. I've been moving way too slow. When I'm locked in, I leave them left out. If I ain't top 10, then who the best out? Now I'm around you, you bring the best out. The way I'm moving, gon' make them step down and make them step out. I poke my chest out, I got the fire. I have them stressed out, I'm uninspired. I need a test now. Back to the basics. Yeah, shit that you saying wasn't working on me. It's gon' be haters. Yeah, shit that they doing ain't working for them. Dreaming about stages. Yeah, I went to sleep with a microphone. I feel like the greatest. Yeah, I feel like the greatest, just like Muhammad. Yeah, it ain't too many people that can sit with us now. Yeah, it ain't too many people that can eat with us now. Yeah, hear they getting sick of me. I hear they all got strapped. They all got strapped. Yeah, and we all just left. They always left. Not when it made left. And the shit went left. Yeah. I've been trying to invest, yeah. I've been trying to step, yeah. With the way that I dress, yeah. Don't know what to expect, yeah. Times like this when I was flowing. Used to dream about the show. Locking down, I got my emotion. Hear my song, let's rock and roll. I've been moving way too slow. When I'm locked in, I leave them left out. If I ain't top 10, then who the best out? Now I'm around you, you bring the best out. Back to the basics, yeah. Shit that you saying wasn't working on me. It's gon' be haters, yeah. Shit that they doing ain't working for them. I'm dreaming about stages, yeah. I went to sleep with a microphone. I feel like the greatest, yeah. I feel like the greatest, just like Muhammad. Back to the basics, saying wasn't working on me. It's gon' be haters, it's gon' be haters. Shit that they doing ain't working for them. Yeah, I went to sleep with a microphone. I feel like the greatest. Yeah, I feel like the greatest, just like Muhammad.
showtime, what's the show over? Ice the nose on my bus, man, I'm snow coated. It's showtime, it's showtime. It's showtime, it's showtime. It don't take much to get your hoe over. Fuck once or twice, sick, I can't cold shoulder. It's showtime, it's showtime. It's showtime, it's showtime. Pocket stupid, Ed and Eddie. My bitch bad, think it's Keisha off the movie Belly. All I know is Montclair, not no cheap Billy. All you know is run bags, quarter full of Reggies. That shit loud, cause it really stank. Boy, you pulled up some green, that ain't really drink. I'm Picasso with the stick, give a nigga paint. I put 30 in the blick, cause you niggas jank. I'm sick of snapping, I'ma catch a fever. My nigga bad motherfucker, call that nigga beater. My bitch heard my last song, she think I'm a cheater. Last fold by the clerk, whipped out the reader. Ayy, my life exciting. Thought I hit her with a punch, she got the typing. She let a nigga get off, I got the swiping. Car her, called the store, I got the hiking. Showtime, what's the show over? Ice the nose on my bus, made him snow colder. It's showtime, it's showtime. It's showtime, it's showtime. It don't take much to get your hoe over. Fuck once or twice, think I came cold shoulder. It's showtime, it's showtime. It's showtime, it's showtime. I got fired, this sauce cooked off a different stove. Give me a rider, 121, it's a different code. Ain't co-oping with the hook, man, that shit is low. It's old bird snitch, that boy pigeon toe. I'm a MasterCard magician, I don't fuck with Visa. I got bread to get cheese like I love pizza. My niece due in July, she my little diva. Her nickname from her uncle gon' be Mamacita. Spent the fortune on my wrist and with the plug. Gold T handle business, then shit the crud. Shoot a movie every time that we hit the club. Lame bitch, get out my section, you get no love. Nah, bitch, you smell funny. I know you wanna fuck me cause you smell money. I'm the type to fuck with you only if you love me. My ex bitch really through, she can't even suck me. Showtime, what's the show over? Ice the nose on my bus, made him snow colder. It's showtime, it's showtime. It's showtime, it's showtime. It don't take much to get your hoe over. Fuck once or twice, sick, I can't cold shoulder. It's showtime, it's showtime. It's showtime, it's showtime. Dime on the beat, nigga. Pop sauce out.
Ayy, 5.5, that's 10. Take a shot, put a 0.5 at the end, that's 1.5. Ayy, 1.5, ayy, yeah. Hell yeah, I still be trippin'. NB, I get on kill it. Codeine and boys be outside, they addicted, they still shippin'. Spent 5,000 on my denim, then 9,000 on my denim. Man, this shit been in my blood, this rap shit is not accidental. Pull up in this brand new rental. No devil, I'm that nigga. For the ladies that wanna join the team, I'm loving y'all potential. You know I'm a dog, fresh out of the kennel. She lick the balls, I'm loving the mental. Taking the time on my watch, I know they wrong, this road presidential. Always taught to dot my eyes, and it's the shit I've been through. Niggas turn a snake when they see it's beneficial. No time for them boys that's acting like they making noise, my nigga. I was outside with all my dogs, bet they hear my whistle. Ayy, yeah, no ifs, ands, or no buts. I've been really up, all in the club, I already hear my bus. Only time I got time to discuss is if your money up. And I don't really care about fucking baby, cause that's not enough. Talk to talk, hope you walk the walk, that's all I gotta say. Big old steaks, all up on my plate, this ain't no fish fillet. I'm ringing jingle bells, every time they say my name. Baby came and knocked my socks off, I was locked up for the day. Back to square one, living life and my dick good. Told my bitches y'all signed to death row, y'all call me Big Shug. And please don't put me in your business, that's when shit get mixed up. Too many fishes in the sea, but you in the pond, you lit up. Hell yeah, I still be trippin'. Any beat I get on kill it. Codeine and boys be outside, they addicted, they still shippin'. Spent 5,000 on my denim, then 9,000 on my denim. Man, this shit been in my blood, this rap shit is not accidental. Pull up in this brand new rental. No devil, I'm that nigga. For the ladies that wanna join the team, I'm loving y'all potential. You know I'm a dog, fresh out of the kennel. She lick the balls, I'm loving the mental. Taking the time, all on my watch, I know they wrong, this roller president. If you can't stand the heat, get the fuck up out the kitchen. Remember niggas wanted to compete, now ain't no competition. Know the ropes on this road, I swear you'll have to be familiar for you to get a clearer understanding just to see my vision. I've been on the road for some months, I done seen a lot of stuff. I done came back to the V and told Dottie to dot me up. I done pulled up on the scene with Bentley coupes and dolly trucks. No, I ain't get pushed to swing no playground, you get swinging. Any bitch say I was in love with them, you know they lying. Any bitch say that I was fucking girl, you know that pussy mine. That bitch still hit me to this day, she say beat this one more time. Okay, little bitch, you know you crazy, I'll be there at 9. Yeah, bitch, you crazy, I'll be there at 9 though. Yeah, that's my baby, but I call her my hoe. Yeah. 1.5.
What's up? What's good? What's happening? We are back here on Aniealation. Thank you guys so much for that break. How did you guys like Raylan? We went ahead and released his track Muhammad recently. Make sure you guys go and check that out on Apple Music. We are back here live in the studio with Dion Primetime Jones and his coach and trainer Jeff Mayweather. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show. When we hit the break, we were talking a little bit more about like mental preparation and how to stay grounded before the fight. So do you have like any pre-game fight rituals? Do you like not eat before? Do you fast? What is your like go-to get ready before a fight move?
It's definitely just the music. Make sure I got the right mindset, focus, not partying or nothing like that. Just I'm really locked in.
And when you say locked in, like you mean mentally, your body is physically prepared, obviously, before a fight?
Yeah.
Are you not eating a certain way? Like, are you only eating like solids? Are you doing vegan diets before? Like, how do you, because your BMI is like 0. So how do you keep your body tight?
I got a nutritionist and we work all that weeks before the fight. So like leading up to the fight is nothing too much to really worry about. Like right now I'm already on weight for my fight and my fight's not until about 11 days from now. So so just really just staying healthy, eat a lot of fruits, and that's really about it.
So your fight is going to be in South America. Yeah. You're going to be in Santa Marta, Colombia for 2 fights this month. Like, are you like really ready for that, to be fighting like you almost like Ali Boumbaye, like fighting overseas?
Yeah. I say the hardest part about that is just traveling over there, because you got to fly 6 to 8 hours over there. That's the hard part. You're mentally just sitting there like, dang, I'm flying all the way across the world to go fight. Once you get in the ring, that's the easy part.
If the ring is a ring everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have 2 back-to-back. Your first pro matches are gonna be back-to-back. Like, you're gonna get the first one out the way and be even more prepared for the second one. Is that making you nervous at all?
No, not really. It's just I'm not nervous at all.
I love to hear that.
I'm ready.
And then you are the president of DPTJ LLC. Can you let the fans and viewers know a little bit more about your LLC you have?
So DPTJ is Dion Primetime Jones LLC. My father helped me open up the LLC so we can start spending the money wisely and have so that way when I do make money, we can write it all off on taxes and stuff. Because this boxing industry in the beginning is extremely tough on paying for your trainer, your gym fee, your shorts, your gloves.
Right.
It gets real expensive. So I think that's why a lot of fighters don't make it. It's not because of the skill level, but of the financial struggles it is to fight and work and be good. It
is a business because you're a full-time fighter. I don't think you have a part-time job or like a.
No, I do have a part-time job. Yeah.
You do have a part-time job?
Like if you're fighting in the beginning, usually you have a part-time job because you can't pay the bills with amateur boxing, or even like your first couple of fights usually don't pay the bills either. So you gotta work.
So that leads me to sponsorship. Are you currently looking for sponsors to put on your shorts while you fight?
Oh yes, definitely looking for sponsors for shorts, shirts, and I do a lot of videos on social media and YouTube, so I'll be sponsoring them on there as well. So definitely looking for someone to help me out, pay bills, so I can eat.
He needs to eat.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any kind of business out there, you guys want to get your name attached to Dion Primetime Jones, invest in his brand, maybe we can get your brand seen on his next fight, and more to come. And then Jeff, talk to me a little bit about your podcast. You do have a podcast called The Jeff Mayweather Show, which they can find on anywhere you want to go and listen to a podcast. So tell me how you started with that.
Well, I started with the YouTube channel first.
Okay.
And once our YouTube channel continued to grow, we got like about close to 500,000 followers. Decided to do a podcast. And most of the time we're talking about boxing, but on our podcast we talk more about just life in general. It's kind of like we just like guys hanging out, just talking.
Like in the barbershop style.
Yeah.
Does that help you kind of debrief from being on the go all the time? I'm pretty sure you train a lot of individuals in this boxing world here. Does it let you kind of just relax and show the people another side of you?
Yeah, I mean, I always have fun with it. I'm always on there joking and laughing and having fun. So, I mean, it's kind of an outlet for me.
It's an outlet.
Yeah.
Dion, do you have any other outlets besides boxing that you lend your time to?
Not really. Everything I do is boxing.
Okay.
I started late, so I gotta catch up. So.
Boxing is life.
Yeah.
So I asked you earlier if you were fighting for anyone. I want to ask if you have made any sacrifices for boxing, as far as having a social life and doing the things that normal 25-year-olds are doing. Is there anything that you feel like you sacrificed to get to this point?
Yeah, I feel like I sacrificed dang near my whole life, because it's I could be working another job, doing electrical work or something that makes a lot of money, but I chose this route here to chase my dreams. Also relationships, friendships, a lot of those kind of fell off as they'll try to go kick it every weekend, and I'm like, no, I gotta go train, I gotta do this. So I miss out on a lot of fun stuff, and keep training.
Do you feel like you have made any regrets in that? Do you feel like you're missing out? You have FOMO?
Not really, because I know I get messages from people from all over the world saying keep going, you motivate me, and that makes it worth it.
And you say motivate you. Is it the fans that motivate you? Is it your skill set? Is it who you're training under? Is it your future that motivates you? Really, what gets you going in that ring every day?
That's a good question. Sometimes I do ask myself that, is all of this going to be worth it? I'm training, putting in 6 to 7 hours a day training, and I ask myself that same question, and I just keep going. There's a little voice in my head that just says, keep going, keep doing your thing, you're gonna make it.
I mean, it's easy to get down. I'm sure that you have those some days when you're questioning your abilities. Do you have those dark times? If so, how do you get through that?
Yeah, I kind of had those every day. But I kind of keep the Mamba mentality in place. That's what I use. Because Kobe Bryant was my favorite athlete, so I would use him as definitely an idol that I use to keep me moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, it is easy to look after Kobe because he's done so much and he's been through so much. So is that somebody who you would model your mindset after?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, even if I get a win in, I'm not satisfied with just the win. I have to dominate, or if it's a close fight, I feel like I lost because I want to be dominant.
Any fight that you recall where you feel like you lost, but
nah.
Oh.
Nah, I had one sparring session where I felt like I lost, but other than that, I never felt like I walked away lost.
Dang, I didn't say sparring session. I said a fit actual fight.
Yeah, never a fight, and barely any sparring sessions. Yeah.
I know that's right. So does sparring with Jeff kind of keep you on your toes?
Well, I don't spar with Jeff, but sparring is actual fight.
Actual fight. Yeah. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
What was that called then?
With training with Jeff, that's just like mid-work.
Just okay. So you wouldn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a sparring partner?
Yeah, I got a couple sparring partners. Yeah, they're cool. They're decent. I try not to. When you spar with your sparring partner versus just sparring a random person, you work on things with your sparring partner and you try to build each other up. Not trying to just knock them out.
Well, yeah, I would hope. Yeah. I would hope not. And Vegas is a city where boxing is really, really big, and it's a lot of people doing what you're doing out here. How do you feel like you're making your mark on this already blazed trail here in Vegas?
I just train hard. Like I said, the wrestling definitely helps out with everything that I do. So I just keep that same mindset. And like, in fact, when I walk into a gym, like especially a new gym, I keep that same mentality, like a championship wrestling mentality. And guys look at that, and they kind of, if they don't know me, they kind of like, who's this guy? Who does this guy think he is? And eventually, when they get to see my work ethic, that's when they're like, okay, this guy, he works hard. He's an excellent fighter.
So even though you're coming in new, like, you're training just as hard as those other cats who have like already been there long before you. Do you have like a fighter in mind that you feel like once you fight them, you made it? Or is it just like a record for you?
I wouldn't say like that there's one fighter out there, because each fighter has their own style.
Right.
So there's really no such thing as like having a fighter that's better than the other. It's just, styles make fights. So you may be one guy, but then lose to another guy who's not as good because of the style matchup.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Every fighter kind of has like their own strength. Like you said, like you have like an awkward style.
Yeah.
So do you feel like making it for you will be a record? Like when do you feel like prime time is that guy? Is it going to be like the notoriety? Is it going to be the way your skill set will elevate? Or will it just be letting the record speak for itself?
Letting the record speak for itself. When I first get my first world title, that's when I can start to say like, I'm starting on the progress that I want. I want to become undisputed and have all the titles. So
that's when you feel like you can flex.
Yeah.
And Jeff, what do you think it is? You've already done this before. Does it, for you, how do you label your success? Will it have to be for him, like I said, the record, or will it just be the way he has improved from where he is now?
Well, I mean, to me, as a coach, is basically the level of improvement, because I want him to get better and better and better with each fight, and because each fight is going to be a different challenge.
Right.
So I think that's the most important thing for me.
And do you guys have like your own mantra or your motto that you go by? I know you say you have more of a mentality, but is there a phrase or a saying for you both that you guys kind of live by?
I like the one from Roger Mayweather. His brother was most people don't know blank about boxing.
Do you mean shit?
Yeah, can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most people don't know shit about boxing.
Okay. And what would you say? Would you follow up with your brother's quote, or you have one for your own?
Well, no, I don't have one of my own, but that's a very nice quote, and it's very fitting.
Yeah, I like that one.
So, what do you see in this young cat here, Jeff?
I think that, one thing with me is that when I actually started boxing, I didn't start boxing for myself. I started boxing because me and my brother Roger, we were so close that we did everything together. Mm-hmm. And basically, I would even follow him to the gym. When I followed him to the gym, he said,
"You're gonna be here.
Yeah, if you're gonna be here, you need to learn how to fight." And so basically, I continued to work hard and actually was fortunate enough to win a title. So, and all these years later, I'm still here.
You're still here.
And it's all because of my brother. It's not because I never really cared about boxing.
I can't tell.
But no, once I got on the other side as a coach, that's when the reality hit me that I like this, and I wanted to be a part of other fighters' journeys and see how far I can take them and how far we can go together, and see where we end up.
What values do you guys feel like are in the sport of boxing? Because of course some people can be like, oh, it's a contact sport. Some people don't agree with violence at all, but there are some values at the bottom of boxing, such as self-discipline, self-defense. What do you guys say?
I mean, boxing is probably one of the most disciplined sports in the world, and a lot of people that actually does that's not really boxers but that do boxing workout, then they respect boxing. They have a whole different respect for boxing. It's not all about it's not like just two animals fighting. Is
right.
It's a whole lot more to it than when you're watching a fight. That person or those two guys in that ring have worked
so long,
very, very hard to try to master whatever they're doing in that ring. And sometimes it'll happen. You'll see a guy get knocked out, and that happened because this guy been working on something, and it finally happened inside the ring. So that's the end result of it.
And then I know that you done knock plenty of people out. How does that feel? Is it invigorating to like get a TKO?
Yeah, I think so.
You say it so nicely. Have you knocked anyone out yet, Dion?
I haven't knocked anybody out, but like I've knocked plenty of people down.
People down.
Yeah, I had plenty of standing 8 counts. When I spar guys and I hit them with a clean shot when they're like stunned, I don't keep punishing them. I just kind of let them
fade out
together. But I have like hit somebody and he just dropped, and I'm like, oh, damn, how do you just fell? Like that wasn't even like my hardest punch.
Oh. G, what's your favorite? Are you like hitting them straight up with the jab? You hit them with the 1-2, undercut? Like, what's your go-to?
Obviously the jab. The jab is like the #1 weapon for most boxers, but even for me, the jab is like is king. That's the king right there.
Jab is king.
Yeah, I knocked. Actually, when I look at my first knockdown was from the jab.
Oh. Well, we're gonna be right back, guys. We are going to play Ty Band's City Girls. He just released his album. Go ahead and check that out today. This is Vegas Ray's Ty Band City Girls. Don't go anywhere. We're here on Aniealation. We'll be right back.
It's the radio killer, I thought you. It's the radio killer, I thought you knew me. It's the radio killer, I thought you. Yeah. Come and let me slide on you, baby. You said we outside, only lying to me, baby. Pretty face, thick thighs, I got eyes on you, baby. I can put you in the game, you can ball for me, baby. She said, this another city girl anthem. Baby talking and she twerking with her hands up. Baby talking and she twerking with her. Say talk to you a fine little thing. Pretty face, long hair, she driving. You knew me. It's the radio killer, I thought you knew me. It's the radio killer, I thought you. Yeah, Mr. Stricky for the ladies.
Yo, Benji!
Yeah. I know. Yeah, nah.
riches. Yeah, If I don't waste no time, I bet I'm making it no time. Rich speaking to the top, I haven't reached my prime. Yeah, I'm in the stool. High as fuck, that's is my mind. Yeah, my pain tuck, but I won't let it kill my shine. I'm a humble young nigga, but please don't kill my hype. No, bitch, please don't kill my vibe. Big bro sent another play. Let's bring the rap in. So many flavors up in the watch like it was being tense. Ice my wrist and neck out, it healed all pain. Been working on my chest now. I need all gains. Feeling like a vet now, but I got more game. These new niggas, they hella lame. When we slide through, we gon' let it rain. Shot for shot, I'm facing shit. Nigga, I got more aim. Me and bro like Clay Curry. Bro call, I'm in a hurry. Flaking foul with a big 30. 5 shots, get him out his jersey. Might stomp him out, show him no mercy. If that nigga switch, he wasn't worthy. If I don't waste no time, I bet I'm making it no time. Rich speaking to the top, I haven't reached my prime. Yeah, I'm in the stool. High as fuck, that's is my mind. Yeah, my pain tuck, but I won't let it kill my shine. If I don't waste no time, I bet I'm making it no time. Rich speaking to the top, I haven't reached my prime. Yeah, I'm in the stool. High as fuck, that's is my mind. Yeah, my pain tuck, but I won't let it kill my shine. Ayy, granny kept them sticks in the window, that's her security. But I kept them sticks by the TV, they think it's scaring me. I'ma do them greasy, line them up, nobody killing me. Fucking up my spot like a nigga, don't need your energy. Put me on the line like a nigga, I got some history. I focused on my grind, I put in time, you won't get shit from me. I been chasing guala as a jit, was taught to get the green. Tryna move my family out, but they don't even intervene. I been looking back like, damn, where did that time go? I know watch is supposed to tell time, but I want mine froze. Feeling like the Bulls in the 90s, cause we unstoppable. Any nigga wanna get grimy, you know I'm at his low. If I don't waste no time, I bet I'm making it no time. Rich speaking to the top, I haven't reached my prime. Yeah, I'm in the stool. High as fuck, that's my mind. Yeah, my pain tuck, but I won't let it kill my shine. If I don't waste no time, I bet I'm making it no time. Rich speaking to the top, I haven't reached my prime. Yeah, I'm in the stool. High as fuck, that's my mind. Yeah, my pain tuck, but I won't let it kill my shine. I'm a humble young nigga, but please don't kill my hype. No, bitch, please don't kill my vibe. Big bro sent another play. Let's bring the racks in. So many flavors up in the watch like it was BNT. I'm a humble young nigga, but please don't kill my hype. No, bitch, please don't kill my vibe. If I don't waste no time, I bet I'm making it all time. Don't kill my vibe.
What's up, what's good, what's happening? We are back here live on Aniealation. How did you guys like the break? We had some sounds from Tay Bands and Trey Riches. Make sure you guys go find all their tracks on Apple Music. We are back with Jeff Mayweather and Dion Primetime Jones. How did you guys like the interview today?
It was cool.
Is it
liked
vibe?
It. Yeah, it's my first time doing something like this, so.
Great. Well, don't let it be the last.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing you in the spotlight and in the ring pretty soon. I hope to see you one day at MGM Grand Garden. But first, we're going to see you in Santa Marta, Colombia on the 23rd and 28th, where you'll be having your pro debut. We're looking forward to that. The city is definitely supporting you. I wanted to see how our listeners and viewers can connect with you a little bit more. How will they be able to find you, support you, get that sponsorship in? Let's do it. How can they contact you?
The best way to stay in touch with me or to follow what I'm doing is on Instagram at Dion_Jones. That's DION_Jones. I also have a YouTube channel, the same name. And I also have a website called DionPrimetimeJones.com.
And then you, Jeff Mayweather, I know you got the podcast. I know they'll be able to listen to that wherever they find their podcast, like the Apple Podcast app. How can they find you to get and connect with you if we have some future fighters that want to get trained by you?
You can find me on Instagram under The Real Jeff Mayweather. I had to finally make it The Real Jeff Mayweather because I got hacked about 40 times.
Well, I can see that. A lot of perpetrators want to be the GOAT. I get that. That's common.
And what else? Well, I got my Facebook is the same, The Real Jeff Mayweather. Of course, they can watch me on YouTube and the Mayweather channel. think that's about it.
Anybody you guys want to shout out, give some love to? No love.
Yeah. We in fight mode.
We in fight. All right, y'all in grind mode. I like to see that. You got the mama mentality on the mic. I always ask all of my guests on the show, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm him.
Oh, okay. Not I'm him. Who? Okay. Who is Dion Jones? Who do you want people to know you as?
That's a good question. I would say a motivator.
A motivator.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, last question, how do you define your boxing legacy? I know it's just getting started, but looking back, like, what do you want to see from yourself? What are those things that you want to accomplish when you're done with your work?
Wait, ask that again?
What is something that you want when you look back and you step back at your career? What do you want to be done with your work? What do you want to say about what you've done?
Just that my name will be in there with the greats, or have conversations that I was the best at my sport.
I know that's right. Talk about being the best. I wanted to transition to the end of my show. It wouldn't be right if I did not mention the Montgomery Brawl. I know y'all seen that the black race is up by 10,000. That brawl was pretty crazy. I bet you guys didn't know that they made a song about it. We're going to end the show today with the song Montgomery Brawl. Shout out to the man with the chair. We're putting the guns down and picking the chairs up, y'all. In unity we name. It's a pleasure to do this interview with you both. Make sure you guys listen to Aniealation next week. We're going to be back here next Thursday. We'll have some fellas in the building. Make sure you guys are listening. 702.5. We are out.
Started some shit, so we gon' finish it. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Bro told them to move, just doing his job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. Alright, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kinda lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unk with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the guard. Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, this a real good moment in history right now. Let us all smile. Salute.
I'm hot. That's it. I can unplug it. It's 2:55. And we end the broadcast.